Google Labs has another tool in the works, and this one is called Learn Your Way. And as you can see, it is reimagining textbooks for every learner. The whole idea here is you have some sort of learning material. Let's say you're a teacher and you have a class of students for whatever topic. You have learning material and you upload that material. It's at least going to accept PDFs. I don't know if it'll accept other formats, but let's say you have the material, the textbook, the whatever in a PDF. You upload that and then you select the grade level and then you select things, one or more topics that the individual likes, and then you can choose from different ways to learn the material, and then either that works and you move on, or it doesn't, and then that person can choose a different learning style and maybe that works. So again, it's Google Labs, so it may or may not make it through, and can't do a complete test. So as you can see on here, let's see if they upload PDF. If you click on that, it actually takes you to a form to join the waitlist. Try it now. We'll just scroll down here. So I'll just come down here. They have some topics already here that you can just kind of demo and pick. Let's do Anatomy and Physiology. Why not? So the way the bigger program will work is that it'll actually let you choose the grade level and then choose things that you like. When for these in here, it has things already chosen. So this already just has middle schooler and then likes, I don't know, utensils and a plate, so probably food. And then like an undergrad who looks like a game controller, so games. And these are just examples. There are way more things that you can actually choose from. But I'll choose undergrad who likes games. And then these are the different options for how you can learn the material. So looking at the source. So this is what we would theoretically start with, right? And it's just, I don't know, a heading and a couple paragraphs, image, descriptions of the images. Like this just looks like it's out of a textbook. This is what you upload, and then the individual can choose. So if you want, maybe you want immersive text. So this will change the source material, and now looks a little different. There's these little question marks here. So you click on this, and now it has a quiz built right in here. So you can read this paragraph here and then go right to that quiz question, and quiz question here, the different picture, etc. And I think there's a quiz at the end of this. Yeah, so this one has a quiz at the end, and it looks like it's a 10-question quiz. So now you can read the page and then go right to the quiz. Maybe that's a better way for you to learn the material because you're getting the quiz right away. Maybe that doesn't work for you. So you don't like that way of learning, or you try it and it doesn't work. So they also have slides and narration. I'm not going to play the narration because it's loud and weird, but you can just kind of look through here, and they have different slides here, and then each slide has however much narration to go with it. Again, this is just in the sake of time. I'm not going to play all these, but just this is the same material, but it's presented in a completely different way. This is more visual. This has an audio component to it. So maybe that works for you. Maybe not. So this one is an audio lesson, which is basically a podcast. Again, in the sake of time, I'm not going to play this. It's an 11-minute podcast, but it's just, maybe you don't want to read the material, or it's just not sinking in. So listening to two people talk about it, maybe that works for you. Or there's a mind map, and this, again, same material, but it just takes it and it breaks it down, and you can just kind of follow the mind map and just go to whichever areas you want to learn about. There we go. And it keeps going till you get to the end, and then you kind of come back and do whatever, but it's like, you get the idea. So you go through whichever topic. So instead of just making everyone just look at this and hope that they learn it and it sinks in. It's like now you give some control to the student and you help the student who maybe doesn't really get it from here. Like there's so many things that it's just like maybe, you need to see it a different way or multiple different ways before I'm like, oh, now I get it. So this actually just has that built in for each source. So, I mean, it's an interesting idea. Realistically speaking, you can set this up with most of the popular AI tools now. Like you can do this in Gemini or ChatGPT or Claude. You can build a custom GPT to ask you what age range and ask you the things you like and et cetera, do all this stuff. But I mean, at the same time, a lot of people aren't going to do that, or maybe they don't know they can do that, or schools or tutors or whatever groups, just like they don't have the time to set that up, so this is already done for you. Whatever the use case, it's an interesting idea. Let me see, going back to one. Oh, actually I didn't say it. So to get to here, it's learnyourway.withgoogle.com. That's kind of long and doesn't really flow, so I'll put that up here so you can see it, but that's learnyourway, one word, .withgoogle.com, and then you get here. Again, you can't upload any PDFs yet, hopefully soon, but then you can try, 1, 2, 3, yeah, there are about, 16 different ones in here that you can go through and just test and see what they look like. Try it out and see what you think, and see you next time.